Netanyahu has called for the evacuation of UN peacekeeping forces along the Israeli-Lebanese border. What do you think are the implications of this request for regional stability and international peacekeeping efforts, of course taking into consideration the recent escalating situation in Lebanon and in Gaza?
Well, the criminal Netanyahu doesn't want any witnesses. It's obvious that they want to escalate, and they don't want any UNIFIL or peacekeeping missions in the south. This is my understanding for this request. I don't think there's another agenda. I know that they're saying that Hezbollah is using the UNIFIL to target Israelis invaders from some points that are close to the UNIFIL positions. However, there is no evidence on these claims, and it's been for like few days they were shelling and they were targeting directly the UNIFIL in the south. This is unacceptable criminal behavior, and we've seen Israel doing this all the time. I mean, they have no red lines. They can target anything. UNIFIL or civilians, babies. I mean, this is the war that we've seen in Gaza and that we're seeing now in Lebanon.
Of course, considering the escalating situation that is really worsening every day, can you provide an overview of the latest clashes between Israel and Hezbollah?
I'm very sorry, I cannot hear you well. I'm
taking into consideration.
It's
okay. It's okay. I'll ask you the question again. Can you provide an overview of the latest clashes taking place between Hezbollah and Israel?
I'm very sorry, but
I'll ask you again. I
think you're asking me about Hezbollah.
Yes, the clashes, the latest clashes that are taking place every day between Hezbollah and Israel.
I'm very sorry. If you can send me the question on WhatsApp. I'm really unable to hear you well. However, if you're asking me about the situation right now,
yes, I'm asking you about the situation. This is the question. I'm asking you about the situation and the latest clashes that are taking place every day between Hezbollah and Israel.
I'm sorry. All I can hear is Hezbollah and Israel.
Okay, the clashes, the situation. Continue.
It's breaking all the time, but let me tell you, the situation today is very difficult. Lebanon is in dire need for help, emergency help, humanitarian help. The amount of people pouring to Beirut and everywhere else in Lebanon is huge, and we don't know how to deal with this humanitarian crisis. So first, I have to thank Egypt for the help that they provided, and that's not the first time that Egypt stands with Lebanon in this difficult situation. But I really wish that other countries also will do the same. Today, also, we received humanitarian aid from Qatar, from Saudi Arabia, from UAE, and well, we're not doing our jobs as politicians right now, because there isn't much we can do, unfortunately. However, when it comes to the solidarity between the Lebanese, this is what we are witnessing right now, and this is also something that we are working on and trying to help as much as possible.
Given the current tragedy of the conflict, what do you foresee as the potential outcomes in the short and long term for both Israel and Lebanon?
Well, it is the unknown. We don't know how it's going to unfold. Till now, the situation is like a deadlock. Lebanon is demanding a ceasefire, immediate ceasefire, but we don't see anyone listening. We are only weeks away from the US elections, and it's obvious that Netanyahu will use this time to change as much as possible all the everything on the ground and trying politically to gain something out of this war.
Paul,
Let's look at Gaza. It's been 1 year of bombing, shelling, killing, destroying. Until now, there's no. He cannot declare victory, and he cannot declare that the objectives that he put from the beginning are met. I think in Lebanon, it's going to be the same scenario. We're trying here to tell the world, the international community, Lebanon already paid a very high price, and instead of waiting for diplomacy at the end, let's start it today and see how we can save whatever is savable in Lebanon.